The New River is very unique. It starts and ends in one county, our county, Onslow County. It's our river to protect. What most people see is the rippling of the water or the mirroring of the sunshine. What you don't see is the life below it. I never knew when I was younger playing on the New River that I would one day be restoring it. All municipalities are permitted to treat waste from humans. The magic flush, where does it go? Well, it used to go here. You're removing the viruses and the bacteria, but you're not removing the nutrients, the ammonias, the phosphates, the nitrates. When this was a wastewater treatment facility, and it actually discharged right here out into Wilson Bay. Too many nutrients in the watershed causes an algal bloom. That in turn causes a fish kill. As the municipality grew, as Camp Lejeune, the base grew, the wastewater treatment facilities could not keep up. From the early 80s, the New River was closed to all recreational and commercial uses. In 1995, we had a hog lagoon breach. 25 million gallons of hog waste wasn't causing any fish kills. The river was so polluted, there wasn't any fish to kill. The city of Jacksonville mayor and council said, we have to do something. This is horrible. The key was shutting off the source. Then we went through the process of cleaning it up. All right, I'm gonna pull the boat forward. Oh, not deep at all. We were looking at the filtration rates of oysters. Bivalves filter out heavy metals, heavy organics, pollutants. Why not use them in mass quantities to clean up a polluted body of water? The process is called bioremediation. In the beginning, it was the Wilson Bay Initiative, shutting down the plant, putting in aeration units, bivalves, oysters. We also started restoring wetlands along the perimeter of the bay. We immediately started cleaning up Wilson Bay in '99. We reopened the river in summer of 2001. Just that simple. When you do a restoration project, it's not a one and done. The Wilson Bay Initiative consumed the first 18 years or so. You learn how to do it better and you keep going. My idea was to create an oyster highway. Many reefs all the way down the river on both sides so that the oysters find substrate to attach to and to grow. We have to saturate the system in order to filter and improve the water quality as it moves from upstream to downstream before it enters the Atlantic Ocean.
I think it's going to affect everybody that lives around here. I mean, everybody that lives in the area that loves the wildlife, loves the clean water, loves Jacksonville. I don't believe there's anybody it's not going to touch.
See, here's the substrate again, and there's some oysters. By providing habitat, we're providing a place to hide, a place to spawn, a place to feed, and it wasn't here before. In the beginning, there was a lot of doubt. We weren't even sure it was going to work. But that's what science is. You make a hypothesis, then you go through the testing to prove or disprove. I worked extra hard and collected as much data as I could. The food pyramid, the food web, is going back to a thriving level. And it was devoid before. The Magic Flush now goes 7 miles outside of city limits to our land application plant.
Like the heavy solids and stuff like that are all separated out. Then it comes to these tanks here, these lagoons, where we use the sun rays and oxygen to kill what's left of the bacteria before it's then pushed out to like all the forests here.
Instead of polluting a watershed, we are now growing a forest. We're cutting those trees down, using them for paper and wood and other products, and then we're planting baby trees back. It's always a cycle going. If we're not working on the Oyster Highway, then we're out pulling samples. We still monitor, because things could happen. Every other week, the team goes out and collects water samples for bacteria or fecal coliforms. We sample from upstream to downstream and at the mouths of different tributaries. Removing the sources of pollution is vitally important for every marine habitat. And that's the challenge to our next generation. Our future lies with our children. That's why we built the new Environmental and Educational Center. Teaching the next generation the importance of habitat is a way to assure that the planet goes on as clean as you can, as protected as you can. Every municipality needs to think long and hard about their short-term environmental goals, but also their long-term. It's sort of like the question, when's the best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago. When's the second best time to plant a tree? Now.